California dream is a very popular term, but unfortunately now the dream is called anti-California dream. California dream refers to the psychological drive to acquire quick money or fame in this dream state. After the California gold rush in 1849, the word California dream became interlinked with fast success in a new world, but now it seems like the dream is over. Rich people are leaving California like Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, Drew Houston and many more. Not only the filthy rich businessmen but also media and internet personalities like Chris Hemsworth, Joe Rogan, the Paul brothers have also left. But unfortunately, the situation is so bad that not only humans are leaving California, but companies built by those humans are also leaving California. For example, Oracle, Palantir and Hewlett-Packard. So why is everyone leaving? According to World Bank, California's GDP is $3.2 trillion, accounting for 14.6% of US economy. California's economy is so huge that if it were a country, it would be the world's 5th most productive, outperforming the United Kingdom. California has the highest amount of venture capital pumped into its businesses every year. But as they say, all the glitter is not gold. For a few years in a row, more people left the state than moved in there. In 2019, 653k people left, and the pandemic made the situation even worse. Global lockdowns because of the coronavirus prompted a 39% decline in international students coming to California. California has been losing people to other states for years. From 2010 to 2020, about 6.1 million people left for other states and only 4.9 million people came in from the other parts of the country. According to an analysis by the census data of Public Policy Institute of California, something very unusual happened around 2015. The vast majority of 6.1 million people left after 2015. Some common reasons why people are moving out of California are taxes and housing costs, but we will discuss them later on. Something no one is talking about is retirement plan. The cost of living in California is very high. Furthermore, retiring till far later in life is very common for elderly, and companies and government in California cannot contribute to people's pensions plan. And according to a study by Professor Neri Ree of UC Berkeley, half of California's public sector workers have no retirement assets, and about 7.4 million California private sector employees, or 61% of total, do not have access to an employer-sponsored retirement plan. In other words, 6 out of 10 private sector employees in California work for a company that does not offer a pension or a 401k style type account, leaving them with no opportunity to prepare for retirement. And around 48% of private sector workers have no retirement assets. And when we talk about individuals leaving California, we are not just talking about billionaires, we are talking about low and middle income people as well, as these people are also worried about their retirement plan. Another reason why people are leaving California, which is not widely publicized, is that they do not feel safe there. Violent crimes have increased in California. Homicides and car thefts are on rise in California. Although property crimes are slightly low in California, major cities like Los Angeles are suffering from violent crimes. According to LAPD chief Michael Moore, there was a 39% increase in 2021 in the number of murders attributed to street gangs. The number of murders and shootings reported in the city of Los Angeles continued to outpace violent crime rates in 2019 and 2020. The next reason is due to the pandemic. A lot of people moved out of California because companies are now looking for employees who work from home. Remote work is changing Californian cities. According to a survey, 2/3 of Bay Area tech workers would consider leaving the region if they had the option to work remotely. Twitter, Square, Coinbase and other tech organizations recently announced most employees could work from home forever. This is a win-win situation for the employees, as they are making the same amount of money but they have to spend less, as the cost of living in other states is much less than California. In other words, it means these employees are earning California, but they are spending Alabama, and they are saving the difference. Another major reason is the housing cost in California. There are frequently bidding wars of what limited inventory of homes is available. As per a study by USC, housing cost and housing availability is a major issue in California. 9 out of 10 people in California consider housing affordability a problem, and nearly 1 in every 3 Californians are considering leaving the state because of it. This graph shows the harsh reality of buying a house in California, and a lot of people are moving out of California into Texas. So let's compare them. A recent survey of the top 20 US urban areas with housing costs out of reach of the average wage earner showed 6 metro cities in California with only 1 in Texas, which is Austin. And all of you must be thinking, why is housing so expensive in California? So the reasons are, for a long time, California has been a very desirable place to live. But the lack of housing on the California coast means people wishing to live there compete for limited housing. The competition bids up the housing cost. High land cost and high building cost also contribute to the unaffordable housing. The number one reason why people are leaving is taxes. Let's talk about companies first. The Golden State is saying goodbye to businesses every year, and the number seems to be increasing as companies are leaving California at a fast pace. Tax regime has grown increasingly complex and expensive in the recent decade, with new hikes occurring regularly. Recently, Musk pointed out that Tesla is the last car company still manufacturing cars in California because doing business is hard in California. Regulation and taxes are out of control. This is why companies are moving to other states, especially Texas. They say everything is bigger in Texas, that is except for taxes. Lower taxes in Texas are the major reason why companies are relocating. This chart shows the corporate tax rate in American states. One more important point is that Nevada, Ohio, Texas and Washington do not have a corporate income tax, but they do have a gross receipts tax with rates not strictly comparable to corporate income tax. Along with these taxes, the wages in California are very high for the companies to sustain. The red tape and ongoing compliance and reporting are quite costly as well. Now let's talk about income tax. California's 13.3% tax rate is the same on ordinary income and capital gain. And under a pending tax bill, the top 13.3% rate could climb to 16.8%. Furthermore, California has a proposed wealth tax. Even without the anticipated increase, paying 13.3% in non-deductible state taxes is a significant financial burden. Tax officials have the power to audit you if you stay in California for more than 60 days. In addition, if you are accountable, you will be required to pay the taxes. California always had low property tax, but now government is planning to increase the property tax starting from commercial property. Two other reasons why people are moving out of California are forest fires. California has a large number of wildfires every year. Just a couple of days ago, nearly 900 buildings were destroyed by massive California fire. Every year, California experiences a great number of wildfires. Some make the news, some don't. But families lose their house. People who live near densely forested areas feel extremely scared. Moreover, California is becoming the home of homelessness. The number of homeless people are increasing in California every year. A homeless person was asked about why he shifted to California, and he said that he came in with the dreams of buying a house in Calabasas, but now in reality he was living on the street. Most of the homeless people are drug addicts, and they are also involved in crime. And as we have already discussed the cost of housing in California, so even the rent doesn't come cheap. When incomes don't keep pace with the cost of rent, a cascade effect ripples through the housing market. High income people start renting places that middle income people used to rent. Middle income people start renting places that low income people used to rent. And low income people are left scrambling. A 2016 study by McKinsey Global Institute estimated that California needs 3.5 million new housing units by 2025 to deal with its chronic housing shortage. Many experts say California needs some kind of new rent control. Liberal policies and Democrat leadership is also why people are escaping. For example, Forced Out is a conservative Facebook group helping drive the California exodus, and this group has a reach of more than 80,000 people. Natural disasters like earthquake are also driving people out of California. California needs an equitable system with improved quality of life. Otherwise, the California dream will always be remembered as anti-California dream.